the main thing. I just want to give my condolences to the family.
About 2 weeks ago, Fox 26 News reported on 59-year-old Hutch Barry being mauled to death by dogs in Selma.
Well, now the owner of those dogs is sharing his side of the story.
He spoke exclusively with Fox 26 reporter Marie Ettinger. All right, Marie, what made him decide he wanted to go on the news?
Well, you heard it from him just there, but he had three main things in total that he wanted to talk about. First, and this really was the main point, he repeatedly said how deeply sorry he is for what happened. But he also doesn't want people thinking bulldogs are vicious animals. That's point number two. He says his dogs were extremely well-natured before this incident, and he says all 5 of them died after officers took them away, despite him warning the dogs were overheating.
Victor Carranza says he was at lunch in Clovis when he got the call that his dogs had gotten out of the house and attacked someone.
My heart just went, like me losing all my senses, I just couldn't believe it.
Carranza insists his 5 purebred English bulldogs were good, gentle pets. He has countless videos showing them off their leashes, socializing at the beach, in the woods, at Fresno State games.
I was just so heartbroken. And it just, made me really, really sad, man. I still can't. Me talking about this, it brings me back to that same day. I just try to move forward. Like I said, I feel sorry for the victim. I wish like that day could never ever happen again.
Police aren't sure how the dogs got out of the house, but said Carranza's front door was wide open when they arrived. Carranza thinks someone broke in and sent photos of damage to the door. When the dogs did get out, they attacked 2 people who were just walking on the street. The Selma Police Department says 59-year-old Hutch Barry was bitten and died of blood loss. Barry's sister-in-law tried to save him and was bitten on the hand.
I went down to the police station, and he's when he told me that the man passed away, and then I just started crying. It was something like who just crushed me down. I felt so bad. I felt so like someone has lost his life. It was just a horrible day.
Selma Police Chief Rudy Alcaraz says when officers got to the scene, things were incredibly hectic. He said the scene was total chaos and the dogs were all aggressive. Officers used tasers and shot beanbag rounds at the dogs, which they said only agitated them further. Carranza helped round up the dogs and pleaded with animal control officers to give them water.
I knew because when I took him out, they're already in his distress. They're already showing signs of heat stroke.
She's not drinking, bro. She's gonna die, bro. You need to cool down, please.
He was right. Chief Alcaraz says 2 of the dogs were taken to the hospital, but both died. Autopsies show in total 4 of the dogs died of heat stroke and 1 from strangulation.
I'm just heartbroken. I'm just heartbroken, and I wish that day could never happen.
The Selma Police Department says it isn't recommending any specific charges for Carranza. Instead, it's turning all the evidence over to the district attorney's office, and the DA will decide whether to charge Carranza, and if so, with what.
So, Marie, as I understand it, there were no prior reports of problems with these dogs' aggression, and so what lesson can we learn from this?
Yeah, Monty, I talked with the police chief at length today. He mentioned there were no incidents at all with the dogs, not even of them getting out. And I asked him that same question, what lesson can be learned? He brought up that even people have bad days. You can go years and years and years being a perfectly docile human being and then have a bad day and lash out, even hit somebody. It happens all the time with different people. So he says the same thing can happen with dogs. The lesson to be learned, he says, is just to make sure that your dogs are kept inside the house and that they can't get out, because that's what leads to situations like this.
All right, Marie, thank you. The family of the man killed in that attack, Hutch Barry, set up a GoFundMe account for his funeral expenses.
After Fox 26's Rich Rodriguez reported on Barry's sister-in-law's story of trying to save him during that attack, people contributed more than $8,000.